Hello and welcome to video classes by Concord students. Today we will be discussing the second case of the third condition, which is price should be greater than or equal to the average cost. In the previous class we have seen the first case of the third condition, which was meant for the short run, right? So wherein price was greater than or equal to the average variable cost. But now we are talking about the long run, okay? So this is in the long run. That's the reason price should be greater than or equal to the average cost. To understand this case, first we need to understand this graph. So this is the condition. The firm, if this condition is satisfied by the firm, then it is going to make its a profit maximum. Otherwise, if this condition is not holding true, then the company or the firm is not making its a profit maximum. So, if we understand this axis we are talking about the x-axis, we are talking about the output, and the y-axis we are talking about the price. Okay. So this P talks about the market price, E talks about the cost, okay, average cost, and this curves the long run marginal cost curve and the long run average cost curve. So now if you look at this graph, you can easily understand what we have discussed in the previous and what we are going to discuss now. Okay. See, at the point A, at Q1 quantity, the price is P, right? So the total revenue for you is the price into quantity. Now what is the price? This is OP into the width is OQ1, right? So this area is our total revenue. Now we want to understand the total cost. So TC is equal to again the OE into the OQ1, right? So if you consider here this rectangular, the outside rectangular which I have marked, this is OE BQ1, and here this is OPA Q1. So here you can see again this is smaller and this rectangular is larger. Okay. The total revenue is smaller than the total cost. Profit equation talks about TR minus TC. Okay. So if the company is making profit, then it should be larger and this should be smaller. But here you can see that the total cost is larger than the total revenue. Then automatically what we are going into, we are going into losses. Why? Is because if you deduct the total cost, the loss equation talks about the total cost minus total revenue. So total cost equation talks about this area OEBQ1, which is OEBQ1 minus the total revenue, which is OP. Okay, I'll just write it in the straight. Loss is equal to total cost minus total revenue. So total cost is OEBQ1 minus, we have total revenue area, which is OPAQ1. If you minus this area, the total revenue area, from this total cost, what you are going to get is this area, which is PEBA. So this is your loss, because total cost is larger more than the total revenue. So this case, if you understand here, this case is not holding true, right? So if this is the case of your firm, then you are not making the profits maximum. So that's the reason the price, the market price should be greater than or equal to the average firm. Then itself, that is the level of output at which you are going to make, or your firm is going to make the profits maximum. So this is how we understand the second case of the third condition. Now let's understand the geometrical equation or the graph how all the three conditions 1, 2 and the 3 conditions work. Okay, this is your graph. Now if all the 3 conditions have to be fulfilled, then what should be the graph, or how the graph should look like? So this becomes your P. Okay, this is y-axis and this is x-axis, wherein x-axis talks about the output and the y-axis talks about the price. This is the market price. Okay, and then this dotted lines talks about the cost, and if you draw a line here, this point is A and this point is B. Now this is marginal cost, this is average cost, and this is the short run average cost curve. First condition talks about price is equal to marginal cost. Second condition talks about marginal cost curve should be non-decreasing. Okay. Then the third condition talks about price should be greater than or equal to average variable cost in the short run, and in the long run price should be greater than or equal to average cost. So if you look here, we have got these 2 points. This is a price, this is OE, and this is quantity 1. These are the 2 points. Okay, sorry, this is not 1. Here you can see price is equal to MC, because this curve is nothing but the MC. So first condition is satisfied. Second condition talks about the MC should not be decreasing, it should be non-decreasing. That means it should be increasing. So this is the point. After this point you can see that the marginal cost is increasing, right? So the second condition, even this condition is also satisfied. Now looking at this third condition, price, what they are telling is price should be greater than or equal to the average cost. You can see here average cost curve is here and the price is here. Even this, in the short run, even this condition is satisfied. And if you look at this, you can also see that this average cost curve is also here. Okay, so even the third condition is also satisfied. So if this is your firm's graph, then you are going to make profits maximum at Q1. So this is the point, we can say that this is the level of output at which a firm is making its profit maximum. So this is how we understand the 3 conditions. If these 3 conditions are satisfied, then your firm is going to make its profits maximum. In the next class, we will be discussing more on the supply curve of a firm. See you all in the next video class.